it up with his hands in the pocket, man. I mean, you can't get any more easier
than that.
He's more lazy than me. Very good. That's very good. Because even to walk up there, it requires a lot of courage. Forget the kya sikha raha hai, but main thing is to build the self-confidence. That's very good. Very good.
Are you guys filming?
Yeah. So you better smile when you go. It's on automatic. You better smile and look nice when you go there. On YouTube. You'll be fine. Very good. Okay.
Tanusia, you want to come? Go on then, come on. Anybody else who hasn't gone on the...
Okay, we're going to change now.
Just
the last one now.
Anybody else who hasn't gone on the... You haven't? You want to come? No? Okay. She's shy as me.
Let's go right to number.
Okay. So basically, which one are you? Doing multiple days. Don't write anything.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Right. Now Vrindaji is going. She got some preparation. Very good. Right?
Is it easier?
Oh, yeah. Just one second. Yeah, India, sorry. Yeah. India is going to show you two digit number, yeah? The one we sorry, you know? You know, this is the 99 and 11, yeah?
Listen.
Okay, everybody.
New formula.
Now, to come here and talk to group of people or me, it's not easy. I'll tell you what. So you're going to give credit to Minaji or Vrindaji, Andrea, because it's not easy. Even for the children to come up here and do talking, it's not easy. We don't mind children and adults make mistakes. it is fine because that's how we learn. So don't be shy, but I said because you might not answer. Okay, Amina. Right, okay.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how to count fast the music with 9 and 11.
Could you, none of them speak English. Can you speak in Bulgarian, please?
I can hear you very well. With 9 and 9 now. Let's say 1-digit numbers. Who wants to tell me some digit numbers?
Somebody want to give us the number?
6.
6. I need another one.
2 numbers. 2 digits.
And 8.
See you later.
1, 9, 68 by 99. First, I'm going to write.
Can you all see it? Hear it?
Yep.
6. And here, I'm going to write 7. 7.
One less, right?
Yes, always one less.
That goes.
7. Now, next one. We need to take out 6 from 9.
Which is 3.
Yes.
6. And then 2. And you put that there.
Right.
99 and then
This one.
Just here.
Yeah.
So our
There's my answer.
Do one more example and I'll show you.
That's the
Everybody
answer.
do the answer. Just read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the answer.
Let's do the next one. Because I want to. The reason why I asked Andrea because she actually rang me and she said she would like to do it. That takes a lot of courage to pick up the phone and say it to somebody. Yeah, that is first thing. But also when I went to see her at home, yeah, okay, she showed me the way she did it and I said, wow. You know what? I thought she's more clever than me and it hurts my man's ego. It's not easy for a man to see a woman more clever. Yeah? But I'm going to show you what's the difference between what Andrea is doing and what Minaji is doing, and I found her method easy peasy. Okay, let's do on the number.
Again with 9.
Yeah, 99. We should leave it to 99. Big number, yeah? So that all can see that. Okay? Can anybody give 2 numbers? Yeah?
7, 8.
78, yeah?
78. Again.
She does something very different from Minaji and that makes the life a little easier. Still Vedic mathematics, but every teacher has their own way of showing the things and sometimes we understand better with one teacher than another. Yeah? Okay. Yeah?
9 minus 2.
Yeah, continue there, yeah?
9 minus 2.
You know what she's done?
6 then it will be 5. It will become 3, it will be 1, plus 1, it will be 0. The first one is always the same. 3, 2, 1, 9.
What I like about her style, yeah, and this will be important. That is very good, yeah? You know that she draws these things.
Yeah, like you have to know where it's going.
Thank you. So, you know, I actually learned from her. Because when I used to big numbers, I was getting confused which one I will go next. But you know, when she did 3, 4 bigger number, it's so easy because you can't go wrong. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, good thinking. Okay, now do you want to do the same thing with
11.
no, do 3 or 4 lines?
Okay?
Yeah? Let's be greedy. You should all be greedy for good things in life. Start to be greedy is good.
I need to read these back.
Oh gosh, these the first benchers, the 2 cup.
Don't be greedy next year.
One,
Yeah.
7 numbers.
Okay.
3 numbers.
3 numbers.
Yeah.
Anything you know.
1, 6, 3.
6, 3.
And having a different color pen makes the life a lot easier.
Yeah, I just have a
Yeah.
different pen.
Yeah. And then Yeah.
Do the arrow from there to there as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what you showed me at home.
Okay.
That's a very, very clever idea.
Here. 9 minus 1.
When you do that arrow
Nine
underneath,
minus
it's
6.
on the.
Yeah.
And then 7.
See how easy it is? It's designed for the lazy people on this planet like me. We're going to ask Indiaji just to do one more 11 trick, and then Vrindaji has got some super things for you. Oh, sorry. You can use this. I'll keep it here, yeah?
11. Is this another? Yeah, for 11.
Now. We're gonna make the same 11. Who wants to tell me some numbers? First, I'm gonna show you when the first 2 digits, like let's say 6 and 2. 6 and 2. First, we need to write down 6. Then, how much is 6 add 2?
8.
Okay. And the last number will be 2. Now, that
If you don't understand, ask the question. Yeah?
tell me 2-digit numbers, which when we add the first one with the second one will be more than 10.
Sorry?
50? It's 9.
Yeah, 57.
Okay.
You don't have to make a life difficult, you know?
Now, we need to
But she's
write
clever.
here first, not like previous when we write the 5. Now we're gonna write 6. Always one
Because this is a different
big number.
formula now.
Yeah. Here, again, we need to add 5 and 7 is 12. But we're not gonna write 12, we're gonna write just 2. And here, again, like before that, when they make less than 10, we need to write 7. The difference between them is not sure enough. Let's say here 5 and 7, okay, 5 and 4.
Yeah.
With 11. Here we write 6. Okay.
Then write 5.
Here we're gonna write 5. Then we're gonna add 5 and 4, which is 9. And here will be 4. It's almost the same. The difference here is that 5 will go 6. Here 5 is 5. The second number will be 5 and 7, not 11, just 12. There will be 9. The last number will be 7 here and will be 4 here. We don't change the last number.
Next week or week after, she'll show you. Like Minaji is going to do that 3 number, 4 number, 5 number. So, and we will show you if there is a 3 digits here and 2 here, or 5 here and 3 here. What we call Jnana Sushumna is called variation. So at the moment it's same digits on both sides, but we're going to do variation where you have 3 or 4 numbers, and here is something different. Yeah? But anyway, I will go to that afterwards. She said she wanted to do it today, but I said no. The kids take time to know.
Look at this.
Okay, very good. Do you want to try? Anybody want to try this 11 formula before Vrindaji come? Right, you haven't had a go, so come here. Yeah.
Let's use the one which
Come here,
is
madam. Come here. Be careful of the camera. We're not worried about you getting hurt. We just don't want company property to get damaged.
Come on.
Give her the pen so she can read.
Like. Let's try with 6 and 2. I'm gonna multiply them with 11. Now, take that one. First.
Yeah, it is.
6. Check. How much is 6 up to? You know, 6 up to.
Okay.
Right. Here. Your last number will be 2. So you get that.
Very good.
She's good.
The whole thing is to, while teaching easier, quicker and accurate method, but also at the same time building up their self-confidence that they can be in front of the group of people and speak and explain as well as answering questions. Yeah? Very good. Okay? Now we're going to Vrindaji now, and then Andrea and me is going to teach you Sanskrit. Can you believe that? I know. I don't look very intelligent, but I am.
Suresh ji, are they the same formulas for triple one
Yeah,
as well?
No, it's right. Yeah.
So are we going to tell or later on?
No, not today.
Later on, next week.
I feel like honey.
You see, that formula is not included in the price.
Less than 10. Less than 10. Then you need to write down.
I have a question. You know the Ramayana one.
Yeah.
Does it work if it's the same number of digits? For example, with 99, does it work with only 2 digits and then 3 digits?
No. It's got variations. So you have say 3 nines on one side, and you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on other side. But you have 5 nines on one side and then 2 other digits on the other. Don't we? The main thing is that we got very enthusiastic. Minaji, Andreaji, Vrindaji is coming as well. So I tell you one thing, what they will learn here in 1 or 2 hours, they will not learn in any school in their life. I guarantee you. Yeah? And the reason is that because there is Andrea, Vrinda, Minaji, everybody, Raji will be doing something other because theirs is a sacred teaching. They want to do it because they want to touch people. And that makes a big difference. Yeah? Okay? Thank you. Okay, boss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you here? Oh.
So namaskar everyone, this is my first time here at Mandir, so I'm a little bit nervous, and it's been over 2 years since I've done anything with a group of people. It's so far, we've been on the screen on Zoom, so please bear with me. So this game, we're going to play a game, and it includes adults. So no one's allowed to sit on the seat. Everyone has to join in. So my name is Vrindavani. I think Suresh prefers to call me Vrinda, but my full name is Vrindavani. I'm from Birmingham City Centre, so I've come 30-40 minutes away to be here today. And we're going to play a quick game. So I'm going to ask if everybody can come up off their seats and use all the space. Yeah. And there's no wrong or right answers in the game. So you just be yourself and whatever comes to your mind. Come on.
Suresh ji, आ जाओ. Gita ji, come on.
Okay, so we're ready. Is everybody ready? Okay, so we are going to play the pointing game, right? So we're not going to be pointing at anybody else. We need to, if I can have everyone's attention, please, thank you. So we're going to point to ourselves. So whatever you understand to be yourself, or where the source of your energy comes from, I want you to point there. So don't worry about what anybody's doing, there's no wrong or right answers. We're all going to have a go, and I'm going to split you up into teams depending on what you point to. So off you go. Think about it, think, who am I? What is the source of me? If I had to point to a single part of my body to say, this is me, this is who I am, what would you point to? Okay, so people still thinking about it, you can have a few time to ponder. Okay, so whoever's pointing to their head, if they come here, yeah, If anyone who's here, where is that you're pointing to? Your heart. So if anybody's pointing to the heart, please go over to that lady. If you're pointing to both, then you can come here, your heart and your mind. Right? Is there anyone else who's pointing to something a little bit different? So we've got those who pointed to their head over here, those who pointed to their heart over there, those who pointed both to their heart and their head over here. And if there's anybody else, is there anyone else that is pointing somewhere different? To your soul. And where is your soul? So we will go over here. Okay. And is there anyone, do you want to go join any of the team? Join this one. Right, so do we have any differentiation? You all agree, you think that if you had to define something as yourself, it would be your mind, right? You think if you had to define yourself, it will be your heart. And you feel if you had to define yourself, it will be both your heart and your mind. Okay, so we'll start off with the children and we'll ask the adults. So what is your reason for kind of pointing to your mind? It's okay, there's no wrong or right answer. Have a think about it. So immediately you thought to your mind, right? So what's your reasoning behind it? We can come back to you if you want to think a little bit more. Yeah? Okay, do you want to let us know? So you're not sure, but you feel like you're your mind, right? Do you have any reason?
Because that's where my brain takes control of everything. My body.
Sure. Wonderful, great answer. So, would you like to say anything now? No. Okay, so now that adult. What's your reason for pointing to your mind? Sorry? Okay. Anybody else? What's your reason?
I think that's so good.
Your soul, right? And you feel like your soul is in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And any particular reason why you feel it's in their mind? No reason. Okay, do you have any reason?
I'm confused.
You're not
Because,
sure.
well, normally the mind controls us, but then from the heart comes the magnetic field around us. And the last scientist shows that they found brain cells in the stomach, and they proved that the guts control the brain. So it's a bit confusing, but I do feel it's from the brain.
Okay, that's right, thank you. So now here to the heart category, what's your reason? So we'll start off with the children. What do you think?
I think that we should keep the heart because I'm loving.
Yes, because I'm loving.
Because you're loving from the heart, so you think that you exist from the heart. Wonderful answer. Yes?
Your heart keeps you alive.
Okay, your
Because if it's not, I know you're not going to be alive.
Okay, wonderful answer. So you think that because your heart beats, that and it is the thing that keeps you alive. Wonderful. We've got some wonderful answers coming through. Yes?
I think heart because whenever you have an idea, you have to take it like very seriously, and the answer comes from your heart.
Very nice. So she gets answers from her heart, so that's very, very unique and very special. Okay, great. Now the adults. Peter, do you want to give an answer? If not, if it's the answer. Yes. Okay, fine. Adults? Mums? Anyone? What's your reason?
Because I'm very emotional, full of emotions and care.
Okay, and you feel that?
Yeah.
Source of the heart.
Yeah.
I can't hear, sorry.
Always think from my heart.
You always think from the heart. Wonderful.
For me, I personally just think that that's what controls me, why actually what I see.
Is there any guys here actually that think from the heart?
I do, yes.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah? Is there any other gentlemen feel like they think from the heart?
My husband was here, but
I would use the gut, basically, the gut feeling.
Okay, so gut is clear, right?
Yeah.
Are you a doctor? Is anyone a doctor?
No,
Where's the-
I'm not, but
where's the gut?
I use mine, but then I use reasoning quite a lot. But then ultimately, it's my gut feeling with which I go. So I don't know where I should be standing somewhere.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
That's what I do.
Wonderful, thank you. And yourself? Which category do you fall under? And what's your reason?
I think when you debate from the mind and the heart, I think mind always look for reasoning, but heart goes without reason. If you want to help someone, if you want to do something, so there is no reasoning. But if you think from the mind, you think the logical way, or should I go, or it's not belong to me, or this is. So, but when you're thinking from heart, you go beyond.
Okay, wonderful, thank you. So now we'll go here to the heart and mind, right? So do you want to give us your reason?
I close it out the world. I feel like I always picture my mind like there's something in my mind and my heart. I feel something around here that's sort of keeping me alive and guiding me through. I don't really know, maybe but I really find it just a matter that just helps me. I find it involves my mind that helps me think and my heart that helps me keep me alive. I just have to not just become too absorbed in myself.
Before we ask the rest of you, some things you need to think about. I want you to have reasons why you think it's not the heart, right? Unless you think that it's both. And same for you. I want you to think why it's not the mind. I want you to argue back to understand why it's not the mind. So have a think while we're asking these guys.
My heart expresses my feelings and emotions, and my mind, wisdom, knowledge, and my past experiences.
Oh, that's a beautiful answer. Thank you. And you, do you want to give any answer? No? No, and you?
I can give you an answer. I think we should go with both.
You should go with both the heart.
If you think from brain and go to your mind as well, and you think from heart, then trying to balance the brain and
Great, thanks very much. Okay, so here, this is the mind team. So why do you think that if you had to choose one place, so you're in both places, you have to choose one place, why do you think that the heart is the wrong reason to choose and the mind is the right reason? So it's not the right or wrong answer, we're just experimenting here. So anyone, children, any of the kids would like to say yes?
Because technically, your heart is controlled by the brain. So if you're thinking from your heart, you're basically thinking from your brain. So basically, you're just thinking from your brain, right?
Sure, wonderful, good part. So did you all hear that, right? Because your mind does all the actions, your mind is actually the thing that makes your heart work, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, beautiful. Anyone else? We'll come to your team in a moment. And any other answers?
It helps to, of course, when you try to title something and your heart
Can you just
is.
listen to what's being said?
So ultimately you use your mind to make that final decision and then reason it out.
Right.
Why you are wanting to go even what your heart is saying. And that helps.
But you agree that there could be a possibility that your source is the heart, but you're saying that the mind trumps the heart.
That's right, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, I do.
Any other answers? Yeah? Did you have something to say?
Well, I think also that the mind controls everything, especially the brain. It's a part in the brain also that controls the emotions that command the heart.
Great, thank you. So any other answers from here? Okay, so to your guys' team, why do you think that it's definitely the heart and not the mind? So reasons for why it can't be the mind. Yes. Okay, you can say it together, or you go first and then you can say it.
Because the heart is a real thing that you have to that really keeps your stuff and really makes you a choice. For example, to help someone, it's all in the heart and your choice.
Okay, wonderful. And then you got the same thing, or do you want to explain it?
You should use your heart because your mind can't care for someone. Only your heart can.
Okay.
For example, if someone is hurt, you can't use your mind to care. Just use your heart.
Thank you. Wonderful. You've got some really deep thinking here. Very, very special. Any other answers here? Go on. Did you want to say anything?
I was just going to say that you pick your heart because your heart is the one that gives your final answer to you. You don't really have to think for it.
Wonderful. Okay, beautiful. Great answers. And anything you'd like to say because you're thinking about it. Yeah.
The reason I chose both is because you should never have an excess of anything. There should always be a balance. Yeah, because.
But if there's one part of you, then you can't split yourself into two. So if there was one that you had to choose, the mind or the heart, which one would it be? So I love what you're saying, that there should be a balance. That if you had to choose one place, which would it be?
Well, I wouldn't be sure because your mind always works things out, where your heart has feeling and emotion and cares. But sometimes when you're having a chance, sometimes you should use your heart, but sometimes you should work things out carefully as well.
Because your brain, it doesn't actually feel, it just goes down with things, with science and logic. But if you just store things in that one part, you won't actually be able to live in this world fully. Because if you read the Gita, it says the world was based on love, and where do you love from? Your heart. So if I had to choose, if I was like, I had to choose, like if I really had to choose, I think I'd go with the heart. Cause
Come on, girl. Come this side. Come on.
I had to choose, but I think both.
Okay, beautiful answers. I think everybody deserves a round of applause. We'll take a seat and we'll see now a picture from somewhere else. So who is it that we really are? And what is our point of existence? And where do our feelings and where does our true soul really lie? So please take a seat. Yeah.
No, it's small part in the brain, in there, that is actually responsible for the emotions. They control the heart and our fear and responses to the emotions.
So if you all take a seat, you can take on the side.
It's different forms. The same logic, but it's different.
And boys.
Okay, so, right. That was a wonderful discussion. Now, slightly moving on. So if I can have all of your attention, please. And this game includes the adults. So we'll ask the children first, that you'll get the first pick, and then after that we'll ask the adults as well. So, I'd like to ask you all, what do you know, as Hindu people, what is our holy scripture? Which is our main scripture? So, there's a variety, but what would you say? You can say what those varieties are. What are the scriptures? Yeah? The Gita. Would you mind being my scribe? Right. Just write nice and big. You can just write it anyway. So we're saying the Gita. What's the full name of the Gita? Do you know? The Bhagavad Gita. Yeah.
I would say the Vedas, the Mahabharata, and
Okay, we'll give somebody else a chance. Great.
Yeah.
So we've got Vedas.
Vedas.
You can spell it how you like. So we've got the Vedas and we've got Mahabharata. Anything else? Out of the children, do you know what your holy scripture is? So with every religion, we all have holy scriptures. So we know that the Muslims have got the Quran, and we know that the Christians have the Bible, and the Jews have the Torah. So what is the holy scriptures for Hindus? Yeah. The Ramayana. Okay, Ramayana. Hinduism. Okay, that's what is practiced. But there's a book that goes with it.
Oh yeah, I have that one. Does that have a picture of Rama?
Yeah, so that's the Ramayana. Very good.
And is he breaking the arrow?
The bow, yes, very nice. Very nice. Any other answers from the children? Gita? The Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? Just spell it however you can, it's fine. Okay, now the adults.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Just write Srimad.
Latin, Greek, Latin,
And then Bhagavatam, similar to that book with the A. Okay, adults. Harry Bhakti Vilas. So I'll write that down. Harry Bhakti Vilas. Okay, any others?
Guru Granth Sahib.
Guru Granth Sahib. Okay, so that's the holy book for the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah? But it's still a holy book, so we'll write it down. You have it, right? Okay, any others? The Shiv Quran. Okay. So you can just write down Puranas because that covers the Shiv Quran. Any others? All right. I'm going to need more than that. We need about 10 minutes. So, any from you? Do you know what the Holy Scriptures are? Any others that have not been mentioned? Sorry?
Upanishads.
Upanishads, very nice. Upanishads, any others? Durga Saptashti, yeah. Vishnu Puran. Okay, so it's great. So you guys know that we have loads of holy books are available. And if I do get invited back to another session, I will go through how each of these categories fit in, like where do they fit in? Because we seem to have a lot of scriptures, so it can get a little bit confusing. So if I do get invited back, I will go through those. But today, thank you very much. That's perfect, thank you. So today we're going to focus on the Bhagavad Gita, right? And the reason why we choose the Bhagavad Gita is because all the other scriptures, they contain a lot of important information, but there's one book that is the most important because it is considered to be the manual for human life, right? So now, when you get a computer or you get a new device, you always have a booklet with it of how to use the certain item. Or if you go to IKEA and you get a flat pack, if I could have everyone's attention, please. If you go to IKEA and you have a flat pack, you have an instruction manual of how to build that item. So for human life, we have the Bhagavad Gita, right? The Bhagavad Gita tells us how to live our life, what we should do, how we should act in certain circumstances. If we're going through a difficult time, which is the way in which to deal with it. So it tells us everything that we might possibly want to know. What career should we go into? When should I have children? How should I have children? Should I get married? Should I leave my partner? All of these answers are based in the Bhagavad Gita. Right, so now back to the topic of who am I? Right, who am I really? So we had the mind or the brain. Right, so that was one team. And then we had the team of the heart. Right, and then we had those who said both. So now, with any sort of knowledge, we have that knowledge which we think and we understand ourselves. Through our life, we'll pick up different impressions and there's things that we'll think about or understand through our lives. But this will be based on our own understanding or experiences of life. And as you can see, it can be very different. So in order to get the ultimate conclusion, we go to our manual that has been given to us by God to try and understand ourselves and understand our life, right? So that's the Bhagavad Gita. So now, what does the Bhagavad Gita say about who we are? Does anybody know?
It says, if I remember correctly, that we are like God Himself, like the soul, which is like us, sort of, is a part of Him. So the universe is Him, God, and God is us. So basically, everything we see is in us. So what's outside is in us, and what's in us is outside.
Okay, so that's a wonderful explanation, but should we break it down to something a little bit simpler, right? So what does the Bhagavad Gita say about who we are? Yes. That we're the soul, right? So the Bhagavad Gita says that we are the soul. Yeah? We are Atma. Yeah. And what does that mean? Right? That means that we are our actual true being. We are the spirit soul. And all the qualifications and the different qualities of the soul are explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Does anybody know what the qualities are of the soul? So yeah, do you want to start off? No? Does anybody know what the quality? So this is who we are. So we are spirit soul. We're the jivas, right? So we should know about who ourselves, right? We should know our qualities and what the quality of the soul is. So what is the qualities of the soul?
Free of form or that's the tattva of life.
So you're formless, right? Okay. Okay. Compassion. Okay. Compassion. We'll put that in there. Compassion. I'm going to put it down as love. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Can't burn or cut it. So
You can't burn it. Yep.
You can't harm it.
You can't cut it. You can't harm it. Yep. Anything else from the guys here? Anything?
Eternal.
Sorry?
Eternal.
Eternal. Very nice. You're a quiet one sitting there, not saying anything.
He's the spokesman.
Eternal. Okay. Any others from you guys? Okay, we'll come back to you. Yes.
immortal.
Immortal. Yes. Okay. Anything else?
Can't see the soul.
You can't see it, so it is invisible. Okay. You had to point forward to me. Thinking of the same thing, yes? Satchitanand. What does that mean? Do you want to tell us what that means?
Yeah.
Sorry, just 1 second here. Did someone say yes? What does that
That is always happy.
Happy, okay? So these,
And truthful.
it's happy, it's truthful, and blissful, yeah, that comes under happy. What else?
And I think soul also carries its experiences.
Okay, so
never
we'll come
being
on to
zero.
yeah, we'll come on to that. Thank you. Yeah.
Touching on the eternal like happy stuff, it's not really sad. It's just
Okay, so we've got happy here. That's
Yeah.
great. I think. Anything else?
Consciousness.
Yeah, consciousness. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, there's one missing. So we've got Satchitanand, so we've got happiness, which is blissful and truth. What else do you want to tell us?
That was consciousness, or?
Yeah, well, there's consciousness or the truth, which means the same thing, but there's one missing. Energy,
Connection with God.
connection with God.
It's not in your body, then you're dead.
Yeah, so you need your soul basically to be your body. Okay, so these are the qualities of the soul, and it's really nice that you know about yourself, right? This is who you are. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people go through life and think that there's something else other than the soul. And a lot of life's problems come from not knowing the fact that actually I am just an Atma, I'm just a soul, I'm not anything else. So those are kind of things. So because time is running out, I'll wrap it up and give you the answers, otherwise I'm going to open it up to you. So the soul is who we are, right? So what's this? Nobody mentioned I'm an arm, a leg, or anything. Yeah.
It's like an exoskeleton. It's
Okay.
like we change clothes. It's like the clothing for the soul.
Very nice.
So we
Beautiful.
can actually see the soul, because as you said, the soul's invisible, so you can't see it. So it's just like the clothing.
Okay, beautiful. Did you have a hand up? You want to say something? No? Okay, yes, Gita, you wanted to say something? No? Okay, anybody else want to add anything? Yeah?
It's your energy to your life.
It's the energy to your life. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so we got the soul here, right? Then we have an outer covering of the soul, right? And this is where the mind comes in, the mind and the brain, right? So this is called your subtle body, right? This is your body that you can't see, but you can feel and experience, right? Does anybody know what the subtle body is made up of? So it's made up of the mind. The false ego. So what is a false ego? That false ego thinking, yes, me, I did it, you know, I'm the one, I'm the controller, I'm the one who does everything. Yeah.
That fake confidence.
Fake confidence.
It's the feeling of me, I, that's you, like that divide that keeps happening in human life.
Okay, the I and the mind, right? And then there's one more thing, yeah, which is also attached to the mind. So you got the mind, and from the mind comes the intelligence. Yeah? So you have the soul, and you have an outer covering, which is the subtle body, which is your mind, intelligence, and false ego. And then, yeah,
Wisdom.
wisdom, yeah, that's your intelligence. And then outside of this, we have
Physical body.
our physical body. Yeah, our body, which is the outer covering, right? What is that made up of? Okay, so we'll ask the kids first, then we'll get there. Children, what's our body made up of?
Limbs,
Okay, that's something, but what's the limbs made up of?
bone,
Water, yes, your body is made out of water. What else is the body made up of? So the bones are there as well, but what are they made of? Yes, children. The right one. Fire, yes. So you can shout them out so I can hear them. Air.
Space.
Ether, space, yeah, one more.
earth.
Earth, yes, earth. Okay, so our body, so sometimes we walk around and we think that we are this body. Yeah, in the same way when somebody is driving and somebody bashes into your car and you get out of the car and you're like, you hit me. Did they hit you?
No.
They hit your car, right? So sometimes all of our emotions, the way people treat us, we think they're treating us like that, but really they're only treating the body like that. They're only treating the mind and the intelligence like that, but they're not treating the soul like that, because the soul is not the other two. Yeah, it's different. It's separated. So if you start thinking about your life problems, this person said that to me. That person spoke to me horribly. That person treated me like this. The person down the street made me feel like this. How can we get away from this? We can get away from it by removing ourselves from understanding that I am not this body. Yeah? If somebody hurt you or upset you, they just hurt your mind and your intelligence. They didn't hurt you. Yeah? If somebody hits you, they've hit your body. Yes, it hurts because you've got You've got energies in your limbs and things like that. But do they hurt you? No, that's the soul. Okay? So that's the foundation of our Sanatana philosophy, is the fact that I am Atma, I am a spirit soul, I am not this body. Yes.
The soul is basically protected by this. It's like a coat of metal, something like that, to protect the soul.
Yeah,
but when you die, the body is burned, so then your soul can be free from the body. Because how other people do it, they bury you. Your soul is still going to be in that body, trapped, not being able to go to God. But when you burn the body, the soul won't go. It won't burn. It will go up to God.
This is beautiful philosophy coming out here. This is wonderful, beautiful. But one slight correction I'll just make. So the soul leaves the body at the time of death.
Yeah, and then the body is burnt because, I don't know that bit, but it leaves at
basically just an
Yeah.
So the soul leaves your body at the time of death. So
Because that's
when you
why
die, when you die, then the soul leaves the body. So the reason why we burn the body, does anybody know? Why do we cremate the body and not bury it? Someone else, yes. You want? Yes, you. Because the different cultures, yes, that's good. But what's the spiritual reason behind it? Yes.
Because when you burn the body, your soul can leave it and be free to go somewhere else.
Very good. So the soul leaves the body, but what happens is we become attached. Yeah. Imagine your favorite cardigan or your favorite trousers. You just don't want to give it up. So this body is the thing that you feel like has been helping you travel and do all sorts of things. So then once it's time to leave it, you don't want to leave. You still want to linger around. So this is why we do pujas and bhajans when somebody leaves their body. When someone dies, we do that because we try to remind them of transcendence so they can do activities and go to their further journey. Right? So that's our understanding of Sanatana Dharma. Now, unfortunately, I've gone way over time, but this is just a snippet of something that I wanted to give you. And I did want to say that this is a foundation of all the philosophy that is there in Sanatana Dharma. The foundation is first of all understanding Aham Brahmasmi. I am spirit soul. Now, my request to you is, as you go through your week this week, right, try and think from that perspective. Try and think of the perspective of the fact that I am soul. I am a spirit soul. I am here in this body. This body is the thing that carries me around to do all my activities. But my true self is the soul, right? And any further topics that we do will understand who the soul is, what is the purpose of the soul, why are we here, what is the purpose of that to do that. But what I'm very happy to know is that you guys all know the qualities of the soul, right? You know what our nature is. You understand a little bit more about your body and yourself and who you really are. And if you go through life with that level of wisdom, it can help you in so many different ways. So I'm sorry for going over time, but that was a little bit that I wanted to give you today.
Thank you very much to Vrindavani ji. She told me a big secret. So we just met the Guru gave. So Vrindavani ji, that's a beautiful one. Yeah? So thank you very much. Now you can see there's work to write. But basically, the fourth Veda says Aham Brahmasmi. And that's what you call it. You are the soul. Everything is out of it, yeah? Okay? And like I think someone said that when you die, so people say, where is God? God is within you, because when the God lives, you are on track, we finish it. Exactly, yeah, so we are part of it, okay? Now, we spoke about Sanskrit, yeah, the mother of all Indo-European languages, whether it's English, German, French, Italian, and then all Indian languages Sanskrit is the grandmother of all Indo-European languages, yeah? And India says something that she discovered some words in Sanskrit. I said, oh, blimey, that's clever. So we're going to do just 1 to 10 today, so you can see how similar Bulgaria, where she comes from. Yeah, that's Bulgarian language. Then most of you speak Hindi or Gujarati or Marathi or Bengali, whatever language you speak. And you see how it's common between those two. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, she's going to write Okay, just 1 second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go to the other one after, yeah?
Okay.
So she's going to write 1, listen carefully, in Bulgarian. Obviously she's writing the English, so you know that, yeah? And then I will do the same thing in English, but Sanskrit, yeah? Okay, right. So, you go first, madam. Adno, yeah? Okay. So we call it, thank you. We call it A. Okay? It will build up slowly. Can you see now similarly how it's coming?
Yeah.
Go on.
Because I know what two is in Sanskrit and it's spelled like that.
Yeah.
Dua.
Yeah. Okay, what? I don't like you, you know. I don't like anybody more clever than me. Okay? So we call it Dvi. Now, just 1 second before you go, yeah? Now, what I want you to everybody to know is this. That in Bulgarian, it's E and we say I. But you will see, forget Bulgarian, forget Indian, forget Sanskrit. But we know for a fact, isn't it, that people in London speak different English than Birmingham or Cockney or Black Country.
Yeah.
And in Scotland it's even different. Can I just give you one example of Scotland? I had to ring one insurance company once in Scotland and I got the wrong number or wrong department. And then you can laugh. He said, let me give you the correct number. I said, go on that and you will have a good laugh. You've got to pay for this comedy show, you know. You know what they say? Nothing 1, 3, 1, 2, nothing 5, nothing 5, 2. I said, if it's nothing, then why are you bloody telling me? But you know, instead of 0, 1, 2, 1, they call it nothing.
Yeah.
You got to pay for this comedy show, you know. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is that how within even the English of the United Kingdom, how things are pronounced. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dwi. Go on. Man. Oh.
Correct.
Do I need to do it on this side? Now, believe me, I mean, I just can't believe, I mean, especially, you know, for darling person. Yeah? When you spoke to me about Dandapani, Maharshi Dandapani, and I asked you everybody, nobody knew the name of Maharshi Dandapani. I was shocked when he said that a man born and brought up and grew up in Bulgaria, now in England, he knows about something that none of us even knew. Because you know why, for him, the whole world is a one big family. We are still living in this and that, but there is things very big, yeah? So in English, I mean, in Sanskrit, it's 3. Okay.
Yes, same.
Thank you. Mister. She'll make a good solicitor. Look at that. So what we call Chaturbhuj, 4 arms, isn't it? We will obviously talk about other languages, but at least, you know, because she told me, at least give you a very good idea that, you know, we all part of the one big family. We may say differently, but that's bound to happen, isn't it? Okay?
Why?
We call it fun. Okay, we're going to, oh, hang on, just 1 second. Let's move it down. Thank you. Why didn't I think of moving it around? Yeah. 6. Look at that. It can't get any more closer than that, can it? We might say differently, remember. Shadugun. 7. Is that in oh.
That's in English, isn't it? Your mind is working fast. Yeah.
She's excited. But who wouldn't be excited? Hello, Professor Dudley. Awesome. Okay. Ashta. Thank you. It's your exactly. Go on. You see, like Vrindavanji told you about thinking beyond this body. Soul, Atma, yeah? Energy, spirit, oh yeah? I want us to think big. Joel. Navam or now, yeah? And the last one. What is it? We call it DEF, this show, yeah? Yes. One more thing. Can you write the word day? Look at that. What day? You know, Tuesday, Wednesday, just day. What we say? You see? Once a dinner. Did you know all this before? Well, Vrindavan you probably will know because she's very heavily into Christianity. But apart from her, how many people who do the right now? See, that's why we need to come here and learn and help others as well. Thank you. Okay, very, very good. What time is the Aarti Bhagwan? Have you got time for them?
7 o'clock.
We got 12 minutes.
Okay, right.
Just we'll spend 10
Who wants to
minutes.
play again? Me. Okay, put all the books and everything. We have enough of all this nonsense, Sanskrit and Bhagavad Gita and Bulgarian. Yeah, that's okay. We are soul anyway. Bhagwan ji isko hata dena. Come on, everybody here. Everybody. Everybody. Now you got to find somebody who is the same height as you. Okay? Can you find somebody who is the same height? Come. Okay, come on, hurry up, we have some time.
They're going out, is it?
Huh?
They're going out.
No, here. Because we have got time to go out and all, yeah? Come here, everybody. Everybody who is the same height. Oh, Abhinav, here. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. We only got 5 minutes. Same height, everybody. Okay, you both are okay. Come on. Yeah, approximately same height. It doesn't have to be the same centimeter. Come on. Come here, everybody. Come here. Come with your partner. Come. You and me together, don't worry. Okay. There you are, you see, it's a mental height. My mental height is not really high. Okay, come on, everybody.
Wow.
Right. Okay. Right. Now, what I want you to do, you both know, you're not both the same height. You both are more or less the same height.
She didn't want to tell.
What I want you to do,
Follow your soul.
she has to piggyback you. Okay. She has to piggyback you. Come on. Okay, and you have to say home and go all the way. And face her. Okay. You know what to do? Piggyback, yeah? Come on. Yeah, you have to, and he has to do that. Come on. Piggyback. Yeah. Come on. Oh, without touching the floor. Come on.
Will you stop putting
Okay, just one second. Okay, just do other way around. Just do other way around. Come on. Come on. Okay, you want to.
You're crazy. Happy, what do you eat for breakfast?
Okay, and the other way around. Come on.
What do you eat for
Slowly, man. Slow. quiet. Seriously, free, right? Come on, everybody. Everybody, come on now. Good job, partner. Good job, partner. Okay, she's too small. Come on, you go to me. Come on. Come on. Come on, everybody do it together. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on. Jump.
I think so.
Wow. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, God. And again, and back and down. You're going to bring him back. You're going to come on. Come on. You got to bend. You got to bend a bit. Can you do it? Come on, try it. Come on. Very good. Wow. Very good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, right now you go to smoke. Come on, now you go to bring Eric back. Come on, Eric. Come on. Come on, Eric. Oh, very good. That's cheating. Come on, you got to take Eric back now. Alright, come on, Eric. Come on, you got to take her now. You got to take her back now.
Come on, take it like
That last game now. You can do one more game. Come here. Everybody come here. Come on. Finish now. I know, remember the time he said he was good. Oh, that's cheating.
Oh, lightly military.
Oh, okay. You know hopping? Yeah? Okay. So you got to do hopping. Who is going to be the first one? Like Victoria. Who is going to be the first one? No, you be the Victoria. Can you hop? Can you hop?
Yeah.
One leg?
I'm not
Okay. Okay.
She's crazy.
Okay, we'll give you a transport, yeah? Okay. Right. Well, you come here and everybody stay there. Right. Now remember, you know the four chairs in the front, that's the boundary. Yeah, they can't be on, okay? So if you just somebody else will keep an eye so they don't go beyond that place, yeah? Okay? Right. What's your name? Oh, yes, you are as well. Right. What I want you to do, start hoping, you have to say Ram, and touch. Yeah? And if you touch anybody, then you have to join the like bacteria. Yeah? Okay, ready? Come on. Guru.
No.
Wait. Stop there.
Come on. Come on now.
Hey, everybody done? Okay. Right. Everybody, all the kids come here now. Right? Okay. We're going to say some Nara. Yeah? Okay? So when you say Nara, you know, you have to take a deep breath and a lot of energy comes. And we need
Just 1-2 minutes here.
Check him to talk like that.
किसको?
The boy in class.
This one.
Abhinav, are you all better? Take a seat.
If you are away, don't hear mom. Don't come.
Right? Okay, right. Very good. Did you all enjoy it? Yeah. Very good. You know why it was good? Excuse me. No meeting no director's meeting outside, not here. Okay. Did you all enjoy it?
Yeah.
Right. Was it really good that Minaji, Mdrji, Vrindavani, Bloody, they would help us in it? So, shall we be greedy and ask them to do it every week?
Yes.
Good. You know why? because that means I can rest. It's not that I want them to do it, it's just I don't want to do it, that's all. Okay, right. We're going to do some nara. And when we do nara, you have to shout out loud. Because you know when you shout out loud, you know what happens? Your negativity comes out. Yeah? Okay. So when I say Ram Lakshman Janki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, you have to say real well, yeah? Okay? Ram Lakshman Janki! Jai Bolo Janki! Ram Lakshman Janki! Jai Bolo Janki! Ram Lakshman Janki! Jai Bolo Janki! Now shall I start the fire in adults here?
Yes.
Shall we make them really worried?
Yes.
Shall we make the adults really worried?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So when I say Kashmir kiska hai, you have to say hamara hai. Kashmir kiska hai? Hamara hai. Kashmir kiska hai? Hamara hai. Kashmir kiska hai? Hamara hai. I know everybody thinks I'm a very nice man, but I am not. You see, we want them to have the confidence to say that. Jo bhi baat ho, we want our children to have the confidence to say it fearlessly. That doesn't mean you want to harm or hurt anybody, but you should be able to express. And on that one I have to say, Andrea, she sent me a beautiful message of the day. She said, you know what? And that's what Vrindavaniji said as well. Go ahead, actually. No meeting.
No, I'm saying you should say Scotland is ours instead of saying Kashmir is ours.
Because
slowly. आज श्री गणेशा ही हुआ हम सब बीजेपी वाले हैं हम अपनी इच्छा को छुपाते नहीं है you know what, other day India sent me a beautiful message which I like to share with you. Very, very good. Which is what Vrindavaniji said about Sanatana Dharma. It's universal. That means what India said is that everybody should be able to free to practice, follow, preach, live, eat, drink, whatever they want. Right? Nobody has the right to, I don't have any right to say to Ananya or anybody here, do this or you will go to hell. Or you must do that. Or this is the only part, yeah? And that's beautiful, yeah? So with that we'll finish with 3 Om. So let's do 3 Om together. Okay, take a deep breath. Wow, really, really good for the first time. Right, okay, because I'm greedy. Last one is for Minaji, Andriyaji, Vladimirji, and Vrindavaniji, who has really helped us. Because without them, we wouldn't have had this much fun, would we? Okay? So, this one is especially for those who are helping, yeah? Come on, last one. We go to the Mandir area.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock now. We need to be there.
And then we do the. Then we
just rush on these.
Then we into the queue. Then we eat. Yeah. Puri.
Be careful of
पानी कैसे लगा?
Come on, kids.